Hello, it is Brittany. I just wanted to share a little bit of, I would say, testimony. Um, I know oftentimes I compare my life and life experiences to running. Um, that was really my outlet growing up. And so I recall one time where we had a meet in Pine Bluff, and the numbers were getting close for first and second place. And my coach, who knows I'm just that team player, always been that team player, was like, Brittany, could I run the 2 mile run? You know, I've done cross country, so that's nothing. But it was just like 2 mile run. If anyone knows who does track, that's 8 times around. So I was like, oh, okay, sure. And so just to get us some points, because he was like, and heads up, you're the only one who's gonna be running the race. I'm like, yay! I'm not gonna really have to do much competition or anything like that. It's gonna be set in stone that I won. I just gotta finish the race or something like that. So it got time for the race to start, and they shoot the gun, shoot. And so I'm just running at my own little pace or anything like that. And so I got about probably the sixth lap, and I'm like, okay, I'm bored, I'm tired of this, I'm just about to walk. And so I just started walking around the track. Mind you, this is a meet, so it's another race about to come right after, in which is the boys 2 mile run. And so I just started walking, and my coach is like, Brittany, what are you doing? Keep running. Like, he was always that guy, was like, okay, no matter what, don't walk, do your little jog, something like that. I'm like, okay. And so literally, I just had a revelation. That's just kind of how my life is sometimes. Like, literally, it's set for you to win, but oftentimes it's your own mind, your own thoughts, your own insecurities making you feel like you can't do it. When literally your life, my life, our biggest competition, really only competition, is yourself. That is what I learned this semester of medical school. Like, Brittany, get your confidence, believe in yourself, and go after it. Like, your battle, your race, it's you. You sometimes we feel as though we need somebody to be competing against us to go hard. Not necessarily. Like, you don't know what this person got, what that person's going through, why they gotta do it this way, that way. Like, and then it came to me, like, oftentimes when we get in our own little race, our own little lifestyle, we start to think like, okay, such and such, they finished their race really early. I'm still doing my race. What's going on? Listen, it does not matter if you are on your degree and it's your 8th year. Do you? You know what you've gone through. You know how much hard work you had to put in just to get to the stage and graduate. Congratulate yourself. It may took you a long time to get your car. Okay, congratulate yourself. We have to stop comparing. I learned that I have to stop comparing my life to other people, and I want people to stop comparing their life to me, because my walk, what I've gone through, what you've gone through, is different. It's special to you. Everybody's walk and run in life is set in stone for them. Prime example, when you're running a race, or I know one thing for sure that stood out for me is, like, everybody who runs certain races, sometimes you can run a race that has hurdles in it, okay? And one of the rules is you just got to get over it. You can't go around it. You have to get over your hurdle. And oftentimes when that hurdle comes in our life, we look, especially if you're not used to hurdles or this certain particular hurdle, we look at it and we just like, okay, analyze it. We just, no. And some of us turn around. You know what I mean? Some of us literally turn around when that hurdle gets in front of our life. When literally it don't matter how you get over the hurdle, you just get over it. Maybe you're going to step over it and you do you. And however way you get over it is your testimony. Well, maybe such and such, they can jump over that hurdle. What you've been through, they went through it too, and they did it. They got over it so much easily. Okay. Oh, well. That's good for them. But you have to be happy, and this is speaking for myself. I had to learn to be happy with everything, whatever I've accomplished, and whatever I've accomplished to get past. Okay? And then I was just thinking some more about this my racing, about how literally I was on the sixth lap, and I decided I wanted to walk, I was that close to being done, and then I decide, okay, I'm just about to take me a little break. I don't really care, well, not really care, but it's like I'm about to win anyway. And literally, God was saying, Brittany, in your lifestyle, you are too close to getting what you're trying to do in life for you to stop and back up. Because this semester was really trying for me, like trying. I felt as if I had to be superwoman when really the person who I need to depend on, where all my strength comes from, is God. There's no superwoman status in me. I mean, sometimes we like that idea of I got it, I got this, I got that. When no, Brittany Taylor needed help this semester. It was a hard semester for me. Literally, I felt like I needed to take me a step back and take a semester off or take a year off because I was just so exhausted. And that's why I'm so thankful for my support system coming through and helping me out. My dad and my mom and stepmom, siblings, I thank them because I don't see anyone really relating to me about doing this medical school thing as a single parent to a 4-year-old boy who's so big, but like that. And so I just didn't see myself finishing this semester. I didn't. It was just I was tired. I got sick, and this just was not. I wasn't used to that one feeling weak and exhausted, wore out, overwhelmed with so much different responsibilities and not getting help that I felt like I needed. But that's when God came to me. It was like, Brittany, I am your source. Lean on me. When something happens to you, say, go to God first. We go to this person, that person. Go to God and see what He says. And go after what He tells you to do. I know sometimes we think it's easier said than done, but literally I had to start going back into my corner, going back into my closet, going back into praying and fasting. You get what I'm saying? I had to literally fight for the fact that I deserve my position in medical school. Sometimes like I said, we start comparing, and this race is yours. I was starting to compare myself to other students. Like, man, knowing that I can grind. If I didn't have a child, I would have been grinding 12 to 14 hours a day studying, because that's what I did in undergrad. I love studying. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I love learning. I love getting that A on the test. But this year I had to step back and say, I'm only one person. I was giving my school 40%, my child 40%, and Brittany was getting 20%, if that, because I was allowing friends and family to get pieces of me of that 20%. I had to revamp my course. And sometimes in life, you got to revamp your course too and put yourself in more percentage and higher, okay? And so that's something that I value, and I say it's a part of my testimony, is just saying no, or just saying, okay, step back. What is your expectation of yourself? Do you expect yourself to finish this race in 10 minutes? Or do you expect yourself to finish this race in 20 minutes? Yeah, your coach or your friends are saying, yeah, you need to be done in 8 minutes. But what is your expectation of yourself? And sometimes it's good to meet those expectations of you because they have high quality expectations of you, and they expect you to be doing better. You can do more. But sometimes you got to look at yourself and say, okay, what is it that I'm doing or that I could do? Okay? And so with that being said, I just want to encourage whoever's watching this to don't give up. Hold on, okay? Your race is on your timing, okay? Not my timing, not her timing, not his timing, is yours. And when you pass this race, or pass what you're going through, especially if you have children like me, a child like me, whatever it is, don't forget to write it down or remember this moment. So when they are going through something, they don't have to go through it as hard as you. I think oftentimes we forget when we run races, and there's certain races where like a 4x100 didn't do those, 4x400 did that, but wasn't good at it. But anyway, we run these races and you have to pass the baton. And it's oftentimes I have seen people run races and they would run, and the person who they were giving the baton to, they would drop it. And we know who are track runners, we practice that handoff. And so I'm saying, let's prepare our next generation with the baton. Make it easier for them. what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make my son's life easier than what I've gone through in life. And I think we get so caught up in this struggle life of, I struggle so my child, I got it. No, I want my child's life to be a lot easier and smoother than mine. So when you get to that point where you mastered or overcome that thing, remember it and tell your kids. Don't be ashamed of what you overcome. Don't be ashamed. Help them so they don't have to go through that again. And so it was one more analogy. Okay, and then I'm gonna be done. My second analogy was oftentimes, you're running your lap or something, and I've seen people literally trip and fall while they're running their race. And when you're about to trip and fall, okay, you trip and fall, doop, get back up, doop. But when you run around that race again, you should not be tripping and falling at that same spot. Meaning, when something happens and gets you knocked down, you need to learn that first time so you don't have to keep going by that and repeat and slowing down your blessing, slowing down your breakthrough, okay? That's just a lesson I learned. Don't go backwards. Keep going forward and press on. You can do it. I can do it. I'm just thankful to say that Brittany is still in medical school. Brittany is still grinding, and Brittany has her joy, okay? And the joy of the Lord is your strength. And so I'm looking forward to 2021, and I just ask that you guys keep me in your prayers, and I'm gonna keep you in my prayers. But God is good. So bye.